'Twas the night before Christmas, all through the space center. Not a creature was stirring. Not even a Kerbal. Not even a Kerbal mouse. But in orbit, high above Kerban, something has gone wrong. Kerbal named Ludme decided to take a walk outside of their spacecraft. And, well, we can see how that's wound up. So, that's our task. We are going to bring that poor Kerbal who was stuck in orbit, circling the homeworld in space. We're going to bring them home for Christmas. Well, we're gonna try. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get a glimpse of Santa Claus while we're in orbit. So to do this, we're going to need one heck of a big rocket. And this is what I've so far come up with. Of course we're taking tourists with us. I mean, it's a Christmas Eve orbital flight. Come on. I don't know if anyone's gonna really be on for this. I kind of hope that, ideally, you're all asleep. But I kind of hope that everybody's got something to be doing on Christmas or Christmas Eve, or someone to be hanging out with. But in case you don't, here we are. And if you watch or tune in later, Merry Christmas. So, this is a good several steps above where I last streamed Kerbal Space. We've got some really, really big rocket boosters here. I think they're going to be overkill. That's actually kind of the first thing I want to do on these is I want to kick in a thrust limiter. I don't know, it's a guess, but maybe like 60%. Seems good. And the others I can manually figure with the throttle. But yeah, I don't want them to burn out too quick. Got a couple couplings on here. So hopefully that'll keep them from just completely ripping themselves off the rocket. We've got some towers here that hold the rocket steady until it launches, so just to be sure, those are the first stage that releases those. Actually think I want this to be burning during that stage as well. Up to throttle amount. So here we decouple all of these. And then these parachutes have to prime and launch. I have not yet been successful in recovering boosters, and I want to try and see if I can tweak that. I've actually done some of the tutorials now, so hopefully I know what I'm doing. Also, apologies if I'm a bit quiet. I tried to turn things up a bit. So I'm actually streaming from my brother and sister-in-law's house all the way up in Pennsylvania, and seeing how that goes. But everyone else is asleep, presumably, so I'm trying to be pretty quiet. Let's see, so these are... I don't remember really the pressure gradients. Wish I had a little bit of a cheat sheet for that. But, minimum pressure-wise, I'm going to try setting these up to 3/4 of an atmosphere. They go off earlier than that. It kind of seems to just tear them. And I want to see what that does. And then these. Let's say about 0.6 of an atmosphere. Of a Kerban atmosphere. And not to fully deploy. Until an altitude of 2,000 meters. Let's try that. Let's do the same for these. Oh, that's way too hot. 2,000 meters. Okay, so hopefully that will mitigate some. Right, so let's review our staging. Having a little trouble with my mouse, pardon me. Doing everything a bit portable here, trying a new computer cloud-based service for my streaming, and I think it's working pretty well. But feel free to let me know down in the comments what you think of the stream quality. Okay, so stage 4 is going to be basic launch, and we're going to do low throttle for the middle booster rocket. And about 2/3 throttle for the sides. We don't want to just absolutely burn ourselves up. After that, these are jettisoning, and that's right. And we should be deploying their parachutes. And then we'll just be running off the center here. Then the next stage jettisons that and just deploys theirs. And then the next stage will simply ignite that last rocket. And then the final stage is these. These, if I remember right, I also wanted to take a look at, because it just seemed a bit too finicky for when we could deploy them. I want a little manual control still, but not quite that much. Yes, perfect. Okay, and since we are going on a rescue mission, yeah, we're going to leave some space in the passenger cabins, not carry a full complement of tourists, but do think that we should do some science while we can as well. Oh goodness, is that a coupler? That... Alright, you know, I'm just having a thought, actually. I might want to turn the force percents on these decouplers down just a wee bit. Because I feel like they're likely to cause these boosters to rotate inwards at the nose here, and that might cause it to collide with the main rocket. That would be bad. A 50%. 50% should be enough. Just to get them clear without, hopefully without, causing rotation. Alright, the last thing I think we need is going to be an excessive amount of ladders. Ooh! That's 2.5 tons. This is new. When did I pick that up? That's 1 ton. Oh, but that's quite large. Oh, yes, that's for a bigger sized fuselage than I have as of yet. So let's not be working on that yet. I do think we're going to need quite an excessive amount of ladder. Quite frankly, like, it's okay if these burn up on re-entry, but we have a Kerbal in orbit who is going to need to be able to grab on this spacecraft. I think we want to have some gripping surfaces. Be on the safe side. Okay, I see. That's changing when I go over the side booster. Alright, that should give some capacity for grip. Hopefully it won't cause me to burn up. I'm gonna go ahead and save the schematic. Yes. Alright. This is the point where we need to hope that all of that hard design work will pay off. Cue music. Alright. Jebediah Kerman. Bob Kerman. Brave volunteers. We're counting on you. This is the wrong rocket. Let's try that again. Jebediah Kerman. Bob Kerman. Brave volunteers. This rocket over here, if you please. We're counting on you. Good luck. We have our S9001 Science Junior. My mouse just decided to go a little bit rogue on me. I think it's running low on battery. That could be a disaster. Mystery goo containment units. I'm going to try very hard not to burn up in the atmosphere on our way back in, but, well, no promises. We also have quite a lot of batteries. A thermometer. A barometer. Oh my, well we hadn't done that yet, apparently. Let's keep that one. And then go ahead and close up the doors. We're going to want that turned on. And I think we're going to want a wee bit of throttle. Oh, right. Shift key. Sticky key. Let's not be having that. I'm going to be activating it all the time. Now, where were we? Alright. Is it? Or brave Kerbals on our way to rescue one quite foolish Kerbal. 3, 2, 1, launch. Oh goodness, that's going quite slow. There we go. Little swiveling, that's all. Alright, that did what I wanted it to. Let's have some lights. Quite dark. Right now we just need to achieve a stable orbit. Oh my goodness, we are quite far off course I went to 45 instead of 90. Alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and revert that flight. Oh, goodness. You know, actually, I think there's an easier way for me to solve that problem. Alright. So, if I can remember how, there's a way. There's a way to set Wait, that's not it. Actions. Action. No, I'm not seeing it. There's a way somewhere to set up the absolute starting rotation of the rocket launch. Actually, I do believe that we just rotate everything. Like that, just like that. Yes, I do believe that's it. Save. Yes. Alright. Let's try this again. Alright, a little bit of initial setup is just a moment longer. Got our barometer, check. Our thermometer, check. Right mystery goo containment unit, check. Left mystery goo containment unit. Suppose this should probably be starboard and port, but either way, double check. And I believe these are configured ready, so get that going on the lights. And attempt 2. There we go. That's working just fine. Everyone but Jebediah has concerns, as they should. I'm a bit worried about the stability of our pipe. There we go. Now they're getting into the festive spirit of things. Alright. Climbing in altitude, getting into some of the thinner parts of the atmosphere. Now I think it's time to slightly start adjusting our pitch. Well, something exploded. Now, that's quite alarming. I don't believe either of those boosters are going to make it back. Apparently my assessment on those detachment couplings was incorrect. Now, burn for orbit. Still a bit less fuel than I would have liked to get here with. Well, there is some of it going down. I do think. God. I do think I'm going to revert this flight one more time because just that did not seem quite right to me. Especially the explosions. There was something wrong there. I'm going to try an even steeper angle, I think. Just me, or is that rocket sitting at a bit of an askew angle there? I don't think that's just me. Try thing. definitely didn't look right. That, that still seems like something is quite off. In fact, let me go ahead and revert the assembly bay. That rocket should not be sitting like that. Not one bit. Perhaps it's just... I love how it's daylight outside in the assembly bay. Closed. I've also been forgetting to observe the mystery. I should do that. And close these doors up. Alright. The throttle down a wee bit. Away we go. This stuff is quite complicated. I am not entirely sure I know what went wrong there. Pushed on the pitch a little. Now, again, it looks like it's at an angle to me. It says it isn't. Suppose I should trust the instruments. Maybe the launch pad is on a bit of a hill. That'd be really counterintuitive. There we go. Thermometer, check. Barometer, check. Bay doors closed. Mystery goo. And more mystery goo. Check. I love the description on these. Alright, we should be go for liftoff again. Not to go into a death spin this time. I just realized that I'm speaking with a little bit of a imitated British mannerism. That's not something I'm doing on purpose, by the way. I have something called a fluid accent, so when I'm exposed to another accent, especially for an extended period of time, it tends to rub off on me. Like, my accent just starts to imitate it to an extent. Oops. And I've been watching quite a few episodes of the Great British Baking Show. So, not intentionally putting on a mock British accent, but it's just sort of happening. And I am quite badly steering. Ooh, no. Up a little? No. Oh goodness. Well, that was unfortunate. I think this flight might be rubbish as well, but let's see what we can do with it. We are most definitely in space. Oh, we've got almost no... almost no tangential velocity. I'm not sure that this fuel will be enough to get us there, but we can try it. I've got the mystery fuel. It's almost as if we're in a vacuum. Oh yes, this flight is rubbish. Oh, I was clicking the wrong button. Alright, let's try this again. Once more, with feeling. Sun hasn't come up yet, so it's still Christmas Eve night. Have our barometers and our thermometer. And our mystery goo containment. Remember to close the doors before launch. And there we are. Alright. And now, lights on. Fire. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. I genuinely can't think of a way that could have gone more wrong. Oh goodness. I forgot the throttle. Oh, that was terrible. I think the one thing that this game so far is lacking for me is a way to quick save with including the heads-up display. Because resetting all of these windows up in advance for myself every time is quite annoying. Really is. Observe materials and close doors. Lights on. Throttle actually up this time. Launch. Bit of wobble there. Right? The goo jiggles and wobbles. There we go. Bit wobbly again, but much better detachment. Are indeed in space. Map. We don't have a very high arc yet. Lots of fuel we can spend on that now. Wonderful. Well, this is going exactly like I hoped. Burn to orbit. Oh yes, that's right, I put landing struts on it. Since this whole thing is a passenger craft, I can't just attach the capsule and land with that now, can I? It's going to use the last bit of fuel as a landing engine. I need to remember that and not spend every last drop getting into and out of. Oof, be a bit. Still might not have enough fuel. We're getting there. A bit at a time. Oh, please. You can see the debris from the detached parts just falling away. Still quite high up. And we have orbit. Oh, that's not gonna be enough. No way that's gonna be enough. Oh dear. Reapsis is also atmosphere. Not quite what we're looking for, but much closer. Perhaps I can do it one more time, and this time without pardon the noise. This time we need to do it without floundering all about right after launch. Yeah. But I do think this time I'm going to get myself all set up and ready. Then I'm going to step away for just a moment or two and grab myself a midnight snack. And I'm sure that Santa will understand. Because I need to take my medicine. And I need food to take my midnight medicine. So I'll be right back. And let's just go ahead and pause this. And I'll see you all again shortly. And since it is well after midnight, Merry Christmas. Alright, sorry that took so long. I am back. Me? Going to be dining a bit on the go tonight. We've got places to be. Right then. Do this. Oh, there's that again. Can I save it? I think. Maybe I can. That is still about the worst rocket launch I can really imagine. Oh, that was terrible. Whole mission has not gone well. It's just not gone well. We're wasting so much vertically, we need to be going more at an angle, but I'm having to correct for silly mistakes so much. Well, let's try again. Alright, with the throttle this time. 3. There we go, it's much better. I'm almost falling over. There we go. This is much more like it. This is what we want to be doing. This is what I designed the rocket to be doing. Here we go. Oh, wonderful. We've already got quite an arch there in our heading. Do is angle. Burn. Almost it. That's almost it. There it is. A little bit more, a little bit more. Still not a lot of fuel left. But we might be able to work with it. We've got stable orbit. Didn't mean to do that. All right. Okay. Right about here. Want to add a maneuver. Or so slightly backward. A little slightly. Just. Get it. That's alright. Other let's tilt the bottom of our orbit towards the planet's north axis a little bit. At all. Close intersection. Ooh, this is difficult. That does make sense. Approaching them now. I love how that looks. Should do. Synchronize the orbits. So much. Just do. So I installed this and I've yet to, I think, make them work, but I want to try. Munitron. I've used them as mustaches before, but they haven't actually communicated data very well. Stim. Here we go. It just like zoop. Transmit this data. Wonderful. Let's retract. Oh. Okay, that's not the doors open. Those are panels. They're cooling panels. Speaking of which, good, I've still got a significant electric charge. I didn't waste too much on that transmission. My cooling panels use electric charge. Time warp again? Node time in T minus 32 seconds. Burn time 11 seconds. Oof. Three, 2, 1, burn. Oh, that used far too much of my fuel. Oh, that used far too much of my fuel. But it's going to have us intersecting very, very close. I wish I could zoom in on that point on the map. Now I think it's a waiting game, but it's also going to be very tricky, because I think we need every ounce of fuel left in the tanks just to get us out of orbit. Thankfully, this game has a very tolerable method of waiting. I'm gonna turn the lights off and just enjoy the blue of space for a bit. Now as we go around this wider loop in our orbit, hopefully, if I understand the physics right, Lutny's pod should catch up to us in the orbital path significantly. There we go. That's working out. I think this might work. This might actually work. Hold up just a moment. Target position. Sect 1. .7 kilometers. He'll be here when we get here. I see. Intersect 2, he'll be here. Right. So not quite close enough yet. But so much closer. Still no sign of Santa. Alright, this time he's going to pass us. We've been up a while. Try it a couple more orbits around and see. My goodness, these tourists are definitely getting their money's worth. And I think I'm actually learning how to read these intersect points. You know what? Space really is just fantastic. I should probably check on my intrepid crew in a moment here. Make sure they're not. Make sure they haven't decided I'm just leaving them up there, and it would be a bit rough having a space mutiny on my hands. Getting closer, though. No, they all seem to be still having quite a good time. Tourists may not disembark from the vessel. Understandable. Wait, what's this? A reasonable safety standard for something? Wow. That's quite new. I do wonder what it looks like from his perspective. Oh my. Oh goodness. Oh. That's actually quite thrilling. Wow. Is that the moon? I think that's the moon. That's the moon. Alright, well. Do the time warp some more. We've been in orbit for a bit over 4.5 hours now. Oh hey, there's hotkeys for this. Get farther this time. Understandable. So the cloud service that I'm trying is it's called Shadow Tech, and I know they're having a holiday sale. I'm not sure if it's still up, but it was a pretty substantial amount off the monthly price, and it's basically like I'm renting a cloud-based gaming PC on their servers. It's like a virtual machine. Oh no, I think my mouse just died. Oh dear. That is problematic. Oh dear. I think my mouse just ran out of batteries. Perhaps. Oh yes, it does seem to have just died. I don't have spare batteries for this. Oh goodness. Well, anyways, as I was saying, the Shadow Tech basically gives me like a virtual machine. It's called my Shadow. And I'm streaming to it from my wife's, from Anna Kerbel's laptop. Right now. She's asleep right next to me. I don't know if you can hear, she has a very, very quiet and cute snore. But I think I've got the microphone set so that it's not picking that up, but, sorry, Anna Kerbal, if it is, and I'm immortalizing your snore on the internet. I tried not to. I just maybe didn't try as hard as I could have. But the way it works is I'm streaming not just to YouTube, but also to this laptop. And so I stream my control outputs, and it streams my video and audio from the game back to me, and it's really just like a remote VPN desktop, but it's not nearly as laggy as I would expect, and I'm on wireless right now, and it's not nearly as laggy as wireless. I just got a bit of lag there. You may not have even seen it because it's in my stream, not yours. Because I'm on the wireless, but and at home I don't even get any. It's barely noticeable once every now and then. Yes, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this mouse. But so far it's been quite fantastic, and it's letting me stream at a higher quality than I had been, from really anywhere where I can connect and have a mouse and a keyboard, and a USB port to plug my mic in, and decent internet. So this is, I'm not tied to my desk, and I'm able to stream and share my gaming experience again. And I'm quite liking it so far. It's also much better than my gaming PC, which is quite old. And I think I'm only paying about $8 or $9 a month for it. So sorry, not trying to sit here and be an advertisement or a commercial, but I guess a little, because I think they're a really good service, and from what I've seen of them so far, I'd really recommend them. In fact, I think there's a referral discount if I refer you, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the stream description after it's done. I'll go ahead and pop my referral code in, and you check them out. They're at shadow.tech, and let them know I referred you, and I think we both get a discount. But only do it if you're going to get enjoyment out of it. But especially if you've got an old gaming machine like me, and you want to be able to play the newer games on the newer graphics settings, or stream, but not be just tied down by your graphics card or your memory, it seems like a really good option, because instead of dropping a chunk of money and buying a new gaming PC, which I just don't really have a chunk of money like that sitting around that I can spend on that right now, instead of doing that, I can just pay less, like about the amount I'd pay for an MMO or less, and basically rent one. And I can connect to it from anywhere. So I'm pretty happy with it. Check it out, and maybe give it a look. I don't know if they have a free trial. I tried it out with a friend. Elfin Dreams has one, and let me try a couple recording sessions on it, see if it would work. Sadly, the video came out okay, but I would say that since I was mainly just testing performance, the gameplay was pretty boring, so you won't be seeing that video, but You know, I think I'm going to have to, I'm gonna have to try and see if I can... Maybe I can get the trackpad on the laptop here working. Oh dear, this is quite a mess. If I... No, it's disabled. It was being a bit problematic. I really don't know what to do here because... keyboard control, yes. Well, at least I can... I suppose we're going to have to put this on a cliffhanger. I'm so close to it too, but, I wanted to have him back by Christmas. I suppose in game it's not anywhere near Christmas yet, but I wanted to have him back by Christmas. I'm not going to be able to get them back by Christmas because my mouse is out of battery. So I guess I can save the game here. And hope. Because then, next time, when we can come back and I have batteries again, I'm very sorry about this, but I just, everyone else is asleep. I don't know if or where there are batteries in the house. I mean, I'm sure they have AAA batteries somewhere, but I don't know where, and I don't want to go waking them up or disturbing the dogs and making a ruckus in the middle of the night, Christmas morning, looking for AAA batteries. So I suppose this is going to have to do. Merry Christmas, my friends and internet. You get a cliffhanger, and I'll update the description with the information I talked about earlier when I can. But I guess that's it for now. We'll have to see if we can rescue next time. Yes, I do suppose that's it. Thank you for joining us. I'm Vilscap. This has been Stained Glass Stories. And, bye. And Merry Christmas. And to all, a good night. Spade.